Hey, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Battlestar Galactica Deadlock Resurrection. Resurrection marking Season 2 on the 5th DLC for the Deadlock main game. I'm going to start doing this campaign on Admiral, which is the hardest difficulty setting, and this mission is called Second Blooding, which is the first mission of this downloadable content. Let's get some context.
Somehow we've kept this whole Galactica refit away from Cylon intel. As much as I'd like to enlighten them, over half this crew has rotated in from outside of BSG 75. Admiralty wants marks on the board before we risk our people out on the front line. If you would, Mr. Singh?
Sir, a Cylon recon group in the Berry Center almost outed us a few times while Galactica was being put back together. Our first live operation is to remove the scout fleet from the Caprica-Gemini binary.
Commander, I know you being here may muddy the waters. Some of the old crew still hold you and Kane accountable for what happened to us at Caprica. But Sarkis wants Galactica back in Colonial Fleet, and I need your experience on this deck. Mr. Singh, all orders from the operational commander are heard as if they come out of my own mouth. Understood?
Yes, sir. Battlestar Group 75 is ready when you are, Commander.
So, a bit of a long-winded talky there, has to be said. So, got my fleet in position. I got my Jupiter 2 Galactica, which is ship of the line of the Jupiter Mark II Battlestars, designed by Sin and Quaid, refitted by Sin and Quaid, although he's still serving 173 years of his jail sentence. I've got some Minotaurs. I've got an Adamant class, which is more akin to the 1979 Lorne Green Richard Hatch and Glenn A. Larson envisionation of Battlestar Galactica. Got the Minotaurs, like I say, and I've got some Adamant frigates jumping around as well. So we've jumped in now, and we're going to engage all the Cylons that are in the Caprica colony area. Okay, so the crew's had a bit of a pep talk from Silas Nash being the Battlestar Galactica and BSG 75 commander of that entire battle group. So this, theoretically, as a first mission, should just get you familiar with the controls. I mean, and the controls that have been put in place as such, whereas those of you who have played the game prior to the 5th DLC, they've introduced a couple of new features. On the PC, for example, pressing Control A will select all your units in your battle group, and this your battle group being the ships you've got on the screen. Now, quite an awful lot of quality of life features have been put into this game to make the battles move a bit quicker. Now you can see I'm going to be splitting up my task force into two, sending the Artemis and a Minotaur and a frigate one way, and then the Galactica, a Minotaur and a frigate the other way. This way I should start to finish off the Cylon threat pretty quickly, and I can move on with the rest of the campaign. The campaign being as such as well, when you complete a campaign mission, the Cylon threat will increase. Now if it gets to an exorbitant level, then what you're going to face is going to be a hell of a lot more difficult in the campaign missions. There's going to be more reinforcements. It's going to be more difficult. So what the developers of the game have done is they've introduced the skirmish and resource missions, not only to enable you to build more ships and to go through the whole getting officers into the colonial fleet and advancing them and advancing their battle groups, but also to reduce this Cylon threat as well. So it solves you just blasting through the campaign with the Battlestar Galactica and a couple of ships. So of course all these campaign missions as well are voiced by voice actors, and there's 10 missions in this particular downloadable content. And it's a good mission, it's a good story, and it sets everything up for what's to come in the rest of Season 2. It really has. Now I'm engaging with my top heavy fleet here, some Cylon Nemesis class ships. Now these ships, they do fire missiles. There's a swarm of them. They can cause an awful lot of damage, and even, with one swarm of missiles, one salvo of missiles, can take out one of your one of your ships, one of your capital ships, and really spoil your day. I'm trying not to do that. I'm going to try and build my fleet and also build my veterancy and build my fleet up as well within this. So we'll just see how it goes and take these out with guns and missiles, not taking any chances. But if you like what you're seeing so far, and I hope you do, click that like and subscribe, and also ring that notification bell, and that'll let you know when I'm putting more Battlestar Galactica Deadlock videos and other videos of other games on YouTube. Now back to Battlestar Galactica Deadlock Resurrection. Here we go. So got my fighters deployed, got my Raptors deployed. The Jupiter Lark 2 has got 2 Raptor squadrons, 2 Viper squadrons. You can configure them how you want, however. The Artemis just has 2 squadron slots, whether you want to augment that with another Raptor slot and take away a Viper slot, completely up with you. Same with the Adamants as well. They've got a Viper squadron and a missile bank. Quite powerful little ships. And I'm using all my fighters to the maximum of their ability to take out some of those ships quickly, while my bigger capital ships go in and concentrate on the other Cylon threat. And you can see we're just taking out there a Cylon Phobos as well. As yet, one Cylon has not yet revealed itself, so it's going to be all engines full ahead to engage and get that revealed. We're going to change the elevation with our frigates, our Adamant and our Jupiter class Mark II Battlestar, and head directly towards it. Some ships trying to hack. Got a barrage of missiles coming in now, or torpedoes coming in. They've just missed. Our fighter screen has finished off that Nemesis, and we've got an Argus, by the look of it, an Argus type base star from the Cylons. Now, I'm not too worried about this. We've got enough firepower in just these 4 ships here, let alone bringing in the fighter squadron as well, to see this off. So I'm quite confident, even though it's mission 1, that we're going to complete this with minimal losses.
I'm on it, Commander.
Okay, there it is. Everything's targeted. And bring the Jupiter class in a little bit closer. Make sure our Minotaur is in gun range of that Nemesis. A few more adjustments. And we've already made light work of some of the Cylon ships in area. The big guns taking out the Nemesis class vessels. Virtually no dramas. Settlements au fait with the controls, without scaring you too much and without you losing too many ships. Okay, just taking up the last few ships now. Got our Viper screen, giving a little bit of aggravation. And you could say then that was the liberation of Caprica.
All marks down.
So that's that battle saved.
Galactica's back in action, sir.
Galactica is indeed back in action, everybody. And what a great mission to start off. A good campaign for Battlestar Galactica Deadlock Resurrection. Let's take a look at the FMV sequence. So, okay, here we go. We've jumped in. There's our lovely battle fleet. Vipers have been launched. And these cinematic set pieces have been tweaked as well with the release, the new command release that's come out with Resurrection. All our birds in the air. Cylons attempting to hack our ships. In the meantime, we're lashing them. Lots of missile hits hitting that one poor Adamant frigate. Guided missile hits as well. Cylon Nemesis strike class being decimated. Hits being taken to the Adamant. The destruction of a Cylon Phobos. More missiles inbound towards the Adamant. So, a nice, quick, easy mission. Nothing to get too stressed about. But there is something nice about that old Artemis-class Battlestar, you know, the original Battlestar. All good stuff. Either way, I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching Battlestar Galactica Deadlock Resurrection. Season 2, and this is Mission 1, the Second Blooding. Check back for more videos on my channel for more campaign and skirmish battles. See you soon, so say we all.